In 2007, a video began to circulate. A man lies in a wooded clearing. Two teenagers stand over him. One of them lifts a hammer wrapped in a yellow bag. What follows is among the most brutal crimes ever filmed. Not in a movie, not in fiction, but in real life. The video became legend in internet shock culture. But what most people don't know is the full story. Who the victim was, who the killers were, and how a man's death became viral content. This is the truth behind Three Guys, One Hammer. Viktor Sergei and Igor Supranyk were both 19 years old, born and raised in Dnepropetrovsk, Ukraine. They met in school and bonded over something darker than most teenagers, an obsession with violence. Supranyk was reportedly the ringleader, charismatic, cold, and controlling. Sergei was quieter, more reserved, but equally involved. A third boy, Alexander Hansa, joined them in early robberies, but wasn't present for the killings. As teenagers, they allegedly tortured animals, hanging dogs, stabbing cats, filming it all. Some of these tapes were later recovered. Police believe these were trial runs, practice for what came next. In their trial, prosecutors would describe them as thrill killers. They wanted notoriety. Some investigators believe they were even planning to sell the videos as black market snuff films. At least 21 people would die by their hands in the summer of 2007. All of these killings were targeted towards random individuals, including children, women, and the elderly. The killing spree lasted less than a month. Sergei Yatzenko was 48, a retired steelworker, a father, a grandfather. He had recently survived throat cancer, but the surgery left him with slurred speech and reduced strength. He wasn't homeless, he wasn't drunk, he wasn't vulnerable by choice. On July 12, 2007, Sergei got on his motorbike to check his wife's garden and visit some friends. It was a short ride through familiar farmland. He never came home. Yatzenko and Supranyk had been driving around that day, looking for a target. Sergei was alone, older, recovering from illness, and that's all it took. The video shows Sergei lying on his back in a forest clearing. He's dazed, already bleeding. He may have been struck once before the recording began. What follows is just under 7 minutes of systematic violence. One attacker, believed to be Supranyk, begins smashing Sergei's face with a hammer wrapped in a yellow plastic bag. Sergei remains conscious. His breathing is audible, wet, strained. He groans. One arm moves upward. They pin it down. Then the screwdriver is introduced. It's used to pierce Sergei's left eye, then the right. The killers take turns. The hammer returns. More blows to the skull. They pose for a photo mid-attack, one flashing a peace sign. Sergei is still moving, still alive. One attacker kneels and punctures his abdomen with a screwdriver. Later analysis revealed signs of multiple cranial fractures, facial disfigurement, and organ punctures. He was conscious for the majority of the attack. The last thing he likely saw was a phone in his face, recording him die. They would have kept going, but they got sloppy. One of the stolen phones, taken from a different victim, was sold to a local shop. The buyer handed it over. Police traced call logs and tower pings. A search warrant led to a trove of evidence: weapons, phones, cash, and a laptop filled with dozens of videos and photographs. Both were arrested in late July 2007. In court, Supranyk and Sergei showed no remorse. Sergei tried to claim he was just filming, not participating. The evidence said otherwise. In 2009, both were convicted of 21 counts of homicide. Each received life in prison. Their friend, Alexander Hansa, was convicted only for robbery and sentenced to 9 years. The video, now known as Three Guys, One Hammer, first leaked on a Ukrainian forum. From there, it spread across LiveLeak, Bescore, Ogrish, and deep corners of Reddit and 4chan. Viewers debated whether it was real. Many thought it was a horror short, but those who researched the case quickly realized it wasn't fiction. The man in that video, whose eyes were removed while he breathed, was Sergei Yatzenko, a real human being. His family petitioned to have the video scrubbed from the internet. Some sites eventually complied, others didn't. Even today, whispers of the video float across social media. Viewers dare others to watch it. Most regret it. Sergei was not famous. He didn't live a violent life. He didn't expect to be remembered for how he died. But now he's one of the most recognizable and dehumanized victims in internet history. The boys who did it wanted to be remembered. They wanted to be seen. Let the story be a record, but not for them.